Hello, your missing day video is actually going to be closure on an activity that you guys started on Tuesday. So, what you guys should bring to this thing is a piece of paper or your workbook. Turn to page the 2.1 problem 9, whatever page that's on. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and go get it, and I'll wait for you. Okay, so we're back. So hopefully you have a piece of paper, and so you're going to be doing some computations as I write down these numbers and make the changes that are prescribed. And so when I reach to a certain point where I want you to do the computation, I'm going to tell you to pause the video. So you should pause the video, do the computation on a piece of paper, and keep those to the side because you're going to use those to finally answer the questions that we're going to ask you in kind of a quiz at the end of this video. Okay, so we're going to start off reading number 9 because it's kind of the hardest ones to visualize. So it says, imagine you have a bag filled with 9 numbers. The mean and the median of the numbers in the bag are both 6. You draw a number out of the bag. It is a 4. You replace it with a 1. Does this mean the numbers in the bag get big? Or sorry, does the mean of the numbers in the bag get bigger, smaller, or stay the same? What about the median? Jot down some notes to explain how you figured this out. So what I'm going to do in this video is basically kind of give you an example, and hopefully this example and the computations that you're going to do are going to help you answer this question. Okay, so let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to write down an example numbers that could be in the bag. So what we actually have is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so your first computation is to compute the mean and the median of the data set that I wrote down and make sure that it actually matches what we said. Does this have a mean of 6 and a median of 6? So please pause the video now and do the computation. Okay, so I'm guessing we're back. So I'm going to go over here. You made the computation, and it all checks out. Both of them are 6. So I'm going to go ahead and do the substitution that it says. So it says, so I'm going to go over here to my little drawing here. It says to take this 4 and replace it with a 1. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go over here. And instead of the 4 that I had earlier, I am now going to write down 1. So I got a 1. And the reason I'm writing it down over here is because it's actually smaller than 2 and 3. I no longer have 4. I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so now that we reach the second part of the video, okay, I want you to compute the mean and the median for this new data set where I substituted 4 for 1. Now, as you do the mean, make sure you keep track of both the total and the size of the data. And when you compute the median, I want you to keep in mind how the numbers were substituted. So remembering that we have the, and get this back, 4 originally, and then the 1 being substituted for it. Okay, so compute the mean and the median and pause the video now. Okay, thank you. So noting what you have in your two computations, you are going to answer a question on this on the little quiz that we have on Canvas. Okay, so I'm actually going to move to the setup for the second one, just to kind of help you visualize it. So you're going to draw a number out of the bag. Okay, it is an 8. So this is still the same bag as it was earlier, like before we did the 1 and the 4 replacement. We're going to replace it with 8 ones. Does the mean of the numbers in the bag get bigger, smaller, or stay the same? What about the median? Jot down some notes to explain how you figured this out. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I don't know why I was hit insert. I'm going to grab that. So I'm going to write down the original data set that I had earlier. Now, other data sets would work as long as it has a mean and a median the same. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Okay, so the substitution that it told us to do is to take this 9, oh, sorry, that's a mistake, to take the 8 and substitute it with 8 ones. So I'm going to scroll down. And once again, because ones are all smaller than sixes, I'm going to be putting them in the bottom half of the data. Okay, so I'm going to write them all over here. I'm going to write them as 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. So those are 8 ones. And now I have to write down the rest of the numbers that I didn't change. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I no longer have 8, but I have 9 and I have 10. Okay, so I want you right now to compute the mean and the median, noting, or basically answering this question, is the data set the same size? And does it appear that the 6 is still in the center of the data set like it was before? Okay, so go ahead and compute those numbers by pause the video and compute those numbers now. Okay, so now with those two things answered, with those numbers that you computed, I want you to go to the Canvas quiz and write down your answers to the questions that I asked you. And that will be your assignment for today. I will see you again next Tuesday. Thank you very much.